Hey, Corey here with Powerwolf Carpentry. I'm going to take you guys through a little tutorial on Cabinet Vision 2012, and this still applies to the newer versions too. This is just what I have. This is an old version my dad kind of left me, so I pulled it out, blew the dust off it, popped it in my computer, and I learned it. And yeah, hated every moment of it, but now I am basically a master, which means I'm going to show you all the shit I had to learn over the last 6 months. I'd say it took me like 3 weeks. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. My problem is I got on YouTube and there was just like nothing for like the basics. So I was just gonna do a couple videos that just kind of showed how to set it up, how to change parameters. This is for guys like me who are carpenters, cabinet guys who just, most of us who are older don't really appreciate technology. And this is where everything's going, is what people want. And, if you can get your hands on an old version of Cabinet Vision, or even a SketchUp is a good one. That doesn't do nearly what this does. There's just some cheaper cabinet software out there that you can use that your customers really, really appreciate. And it does make your streamlined process way, way better in the shop. So let's get rolling. So this is the back end of Cabinet Vision, okay? And I'm just going to go through and explain these really quickly. I may do some videos that go more in depth into all these. I just want to show you what this can do for your company right now. Materials, basically you put all your materials you use into this and it keeps track of it. Your price, your quantity, yada, yada, yada. And you can see at the end of the day exactly how much you're spending on materials if you keep this updated. I know the newer version of Cabinet Vision links up with a lot of suppliers, so that's awesome. This isn't hooked up to the internet. It's older, but even this older version is saving us a shit ton of money, a metric shit ton of money. So you can just go through here, input your panel stock, board stock. We don't use laminate, but laminate, banding, hinges, very important, drawer guides, very important. And these don't really use that much. Pulls, they usually don't pick the pulls until 5 months after we're done installing the kitchen because they're indecisive, so you know how it is. Material schedules. This is what your assembly parts, doors, drawers, it's kind of like what you're using for actual materials. This doesn't quite matter as much as the rest of the stuff, so kind of skip over that. I'll go into that in a little bit more detail in another video. Door, mine's broke as shit, but if this was cool and worked, you could go in there and just set up your door parameters, which would be really nice, and you'll see why this fucks me. IntelliJoint, this is all CNC stuff, don't worry about it. Profile, this is pretty cool because I can actually, let me go to my crown molding. Like this is a Cove 410, I forgot. 4.5 inch Cove crown we use, and I actually designed this and put this in here. Which is really nice because you can just go in here and use the little CAD automated program they have in here and just draw it up, draw whatever crown you want up. Or if you don't care as much, usually they have a lot of different options, so you don't really have to. I'm just OCD and I wanted to see if I could do it because, I'm a nerd and I don't have any friends and this is what I do with my spare time. Cool. Moving on. Enough about me. Let's not talk about me. Assembly. This is really important. So as you'll see here, I have entertainment center, I have kitchen overlay, kitchen inset, one I did for my buddy. These all came with a program already, and this is just every different way that we build a cabinet. So entertainment center, toe kick, the face frame goes to the floor. It is the toe kick. Inset, there's a toe kick, sits back, so it's 4 inches off the floor, but the mid rails here are 1.5 inches instead of 1 5/8. The only difference is these mid rails are 1 5/8 because you want that 1/8 inch reveal when you have overlay doors and drawers. So I just go in here and pick whatever I'm doing for each job. Super nice, super easy. The hard part is, let me take you in here and just show you an example. So for the face frame, right? Go through every single one of these, and it's going to take you through a slew of different questions. And you want to be very, very thorough with this, and you'll see why. Because over time, you have to keep going back and keep going back, and you're going to miss a bunch of stuff, but you'll get it over time. It's really not that bad if you take your time with it. So I only had to do it 14 times because I'm smart. No, not smart at all. Okay, moving on to, then you have a drawer construction, drawer rollout. This is really nice because if you go, same thing, go through every step, but it'll kick your drawers out the exact right size. I do want to show you this. So your height, standard depths, right? Boom. 21, 18, 15, 12, 9. So you just pop in your standard depths and match your drawer size. For the bloom undermounts, as we use. If you have a ball bearing, you can go in there and just standard depths is a lot easier because it just adjusts. It throws in whatever box is most convenient for the depth, so you don't have to do any of the guesswork on that. Hand drawn, you just have to think about every little detail. Every little opening. You have to take an opening and times it by 2. I mean, take an opening, add 1.5 inches for the overlays, minus 1/8, divide by 2. It's just a lot of calculator work that'll catch up. And the same applies with the drawers, the rollouts, all of it. It'd be a giant pain in the ass. And you're going to see if you start using a program like this, you're going to start saving a lot of money because no matter how good you are at hand drawn, human error always gets in the way. Ever since we've used this program, the only thing I think I've screwed up is end panels. It's because I still have to figure out some of our end panels by myself. So computers are smarter than you, than me, than anybody. They're going to take over the world. The Terminator movies are going to be a reality. In the meantime, we should definitely just build some awesome cabinets with the technology, be friends with the technology, because if we're friends with the technology, then maybe we'll remember that we used the technology to build our cabinets, and we won't be one of the batteries, but we'll be one of the slaves that helps the robots manage the batteries. We might actually get to live somewhat of a good life once the singularity takes over. I digress. Anyway, moving on. So we're going to close that out, and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to build a kitchen for you real quick. See, we are 7 minutes into this video. Remember that, because I'm going to show you how fast it is to throw a kitchen together. So click New Project. We're going to call it Corey Kitchen of Doom. So when you're setting up a kitchen in Cabinet Vision, let's go to room first. Room 1. You can do multiple rooms, which is kind of nice. I like to keep separate files in every single room because I like to export my doors and drawer lists not all at the same time. Because say I'm working on a vanity, but I'm working on a kitchen, I like to have the control to not have to export the entire door list for the entire house. So I do each room in a house I use a separate file. So I don't really use rooms. You can if you want. It is convenient, but I just choose not to. Finishes. This is just what the inside of your cabinet's going to look like for your pre-finished birch. Not important. Layout. A little bit important. So we're going to just pretend that we're doing a normal 8-foot ceiling, right? A little shorter ceiling in a kitchen, okay? So let's go to the cabinet option. Not going to do an entertainment center. We're going to pretend this is an overlay kitchen. We're going to do a dub box system because that's the one that went back and, I did stuff. And then for our rollouts, we do WDS drawers, okay? And you'll see as you're setting these up that I just named these whatever I felt like at the time. I'm sure you could be a lot more organized in the back than I am, but this has worked for me. And what's really cool is as you're going through these and you're adjusting over time, you can just modify for this job. Go in here, set your new parameters, fix your little tweaks, whatever you got to do. Come back here, set as system default, boom. And then every time you pull it up, that's your system default. Every time you enter the program. So that's really nice for just filing away at those little burrs that are obnoxious when it comes to this I mean, you know what I'm saying. All your fuck ups. All your small little fuck ups. I can't talk. I need some water, some whiskey. Hopefully you enjoy the sound of me vaping. So materials, very, very important. Paint grade, we got Santa, turkey. I was learning this around Thanksgiving and Christmas last year, if you didn't notice. And you can go in here and modify with this project, same thing. So if you're doing oak, walnut, you can go in there, pull wood in, just so it looks good for your customer. 90% of what we do is paint grade. So I just stick with paint grade. I have some walnut and some oak in there too. Just in case we do oak shells or something like that. But hardware, bloom undermounts, Sliche, again, Material. I imported all this and the prices right here. Doors. Select the doors, go in here, square raised panel, boom, done. Arched, square glass, there's a whole shit ton. So I just try to make it as accurate as possible for the customer. End panels. I just do a slab. Nobody really cares about end panels on a render. So flutes, never use this. Probably never going to use this. I might have done like one fluted column in the last year, so I just did it. I feel like it would take me more time to design the flute than it would for me to actually just build the flute in the shop. So I don't really worry about that. Layout, this is the most important thing. This, as far as like making this really, really fast when you're drawing. So we get a 96-inch kitchen. We're going to pretend that they're going to do a floor after the cabinets go in. So we're going to take this and pop it at 35 1/4. We're going to extend the box size 3/4 of an inch because we're pretending they're going to put floors in after the cabinets. That's generally what happens. Skip the the wall. No, skip that for now. We'll go to tall. 96-inch ceiling. I always go down 2 inches and then use my top style to figure out, top rail to figure out where my crown is going to land. So I'll go 94. Depth, I always do 25 on the full height cabinets. I'll show you why. Is usually you have a base butting into the side of it. Our wall cabinets. So let me show you how I get that height. So on a 94-inch, so we go off the tall height, we're 2 inches down. So then the uppers are going to line up with the tall cabinet. So 94 minus 35.25 minus 19.5 because you have 18 inches of countertop in between your top and your upper cabinets, and 1.5 inches for the countertop and the subtop. So minus 19.5. So 39 1/4. Close. 25 and 12 inches deep is correct. Vanities, not worrying about it. We're in a kitchen now. Closets, don't worry about it. Countertop, so not gonna worry about it. We'll go back into that later. I'll show you how to do that. Moldings, grain, modify. I'll just go in here and select our MDF. Just doing this for color only. It's not really going to be MDF. It might be, depending on the crown. If it's paint grade, it's going to be MDF anyway. So there you go. Now all our crown that we're going to put on the job is going to match. So boom. And this is that. So click OK. Now the fun begins. So I always start in the corner here. And you definitely need a mouse to run this program. Don't be trying to use your laptop with your fingers. You got to be able to roll back and forth, just like that. Okay, so walls. I'm gonna slap a wall. I always right here in the corner. We're gonna pull this over. Let's say we got kitchen with 107 inches, right? I'm gonna zoom in here. Then we'll take a wall this way. I need a real basic kitchen here. Okay, I got walls there. Where did I make that? And then this will pull out 25. We'll say we're going to put a fridge cabinet there. So a 26-inch wall. And then over here, let's just pull this that way. You know what? Let's leave that open. We'll just do a wall there, there. Now, this is what we'll do. We'll just put a small island here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, when you have your plans, I got 107 over here, 80 over here. Okay, 80, 107. I'm going to extend that to 120. I'm going to pretend there's a sink halfway through that. Fridge over here, corner cabinet here, and this is going to be my island. 50 inches. We're going to make that island a 96-inch island. So we're going to go 94. I'll show you why. I'm just going to move it over here a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to put a big, big island there. So we're going to go 24 and 12, 24 plus 16. So Can't do this in your head. 24 plus 40. 40. Smart man. Okay. So take this one right here, and we're going to shrink these island walls right off the get-go to, let's see, let's do 4 inches. Okay. Because we're going to have, like, for plumbing and stuff like that, if there is plumbing here, which there won't be for this island, but just for almost every island, I keep 4 inches between the set of cabinets facing this way and that way, especially if these are 24-inch over here and these are 14-inch over here. You'll see. First off, like every other kitchen on the planet, we're going to start in the corner, and we're going to do a lazy Susan. So objects, custom cabinets, face cabinets. We're going to go lazy. Let's do a corner cabinet. I like these a lot better. Slam that bad boy in there. Ooh, he's a big one. I already noticed something. We go back to our walls here. I'm going to take this wall. I'm actually going to make it 140 inches. There we go. I'm going to make this wall here 170 inches. Boom, look at that. Okay, perfect. Now we got some wiggle room. So, dropping that there. Going to come over here. Grab a tall cabinet. Slap it right there. Left, right. Let's put a 0 on the right there. Oops. Left 0. Boom. All the way over. What you doing, buddy? There we go. Perfect. And then we will put one cabinet right here. Okay. Throw a cabinet here. Throw a cabinet here. Let's take this right here. Shrink the depth to 14 inches. And then, because these are going to be 96, we can start here on the easy ones. We'll make these. When I'm laying my cabinets out, I do everything from the top first. It's way faster. So width 96. Stretch them both ways. Inches, I always do it in 16ths. I hate 30 seconds. So 10 and negative 12. So we want to center that on that island, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go negative 1. There we go. That's why I made the wall 94, cabinets 96. That way they overlay a little bit. Same with this. Negative 1. Boom. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. So now, grab another cabinet here, single door base, here, here. Then we got a sink cabinet going here, over here. I'm just going to pop another cabinet. We'll do something with that as we get over there. Honestly, it's a lot harder just making shit up as you go versus actually having plans in front of you. So, let's do this wall here first. These cabinets, just put, you need 3/4 of an inch between that and your corner cabinet. Not sure why. That's just how it works. And then we're going to turn this guy here into a fridge cabinet, okay? So, fridge 36 usually, so make this 40. And this is the hardest cabinet in the whole thing because Cabinet Vision doesn't have a face frame fridge box, so we kind of got to create one. So width, we're going to make 40. Stretch to the right. Boom. Left clearance 0. And then you just snap your cabinet over to the side. Right there. Perfect. And then what we do is go inside this guy, and this is where it gets kind of cool. You just go in here and edit your cabinets in your edit window. And a lot of people like split up their window. I don't. I don't like it. I don't like clutter. So what I do is our top rail, generally 4 inches. Middle rail is going to go away. Side rails for a fridge cabinet, usually 2. 2, already was the 2. Why did I do that? This one, we're just going to delete that. Delete button. Get rid of that. Go to properties. You have general construction material, and it brings them all up for you. But if you just click on toe, for example, this is the same window as that is. So, anyway, plinth means toe kick. So 0 out the toe kick. Oh, now we're looking like a fridge cabinet. Back here, hit return, get back into the section face and section interior spot. This guy, delete that out of it in the middle. Go to the interior, delete this out right here. And then what I like to do is I now 36-inch opening for a fridge. Usually it's going to be, you know, fridges are 85 3/4 for the most part, right? So we got 4 inches, 90. So we're going to make that, what's that, 90 minus, whoa, easy there. So we got 90 minus 85.75. 4 1/4. So this, you're going to add that to that. 8.25. Boom. Beautiful. Now, the only problem we have is because this program really doesn't like these type of fridge cabinets. You know, a 3D view here, you can see it doesn't really look like what we want, right? There's no top, bullshit. Not at all what we want. So what we got to do is we got to go and edit it a little bit. So what I do, go to the front. You can select it, unfinished back. We'll go to properties here, and we're going to change that to 1/4 inch MDF. Boom. And we'll also see it's kicking it down to the floor right there. We're going to up and up down right here. 1 0, and then it brings it up like that. Perfect. And right here, properties. Oh, that is a deck. We don't want that deck in. So I just zero it out sometimes when I'm doing this. Just get rid of it. Look it. Okay. Zoom out here, and then looks like we got a unfinished back up there. That's fine. We'll see that hanging up there. So go back to the section view. Properties. We're going to put a top on this bad boy. You can go back in the parameters and make sure it pops tops on all your uppers too. So I haven't done that because, you know, I just don't care. Full top. Boom. Right there. Slam a top on for you. And it puts it where you need it, which is beautiful. Instead of putting it up here, it'll put it right here on your scribe. So go to your front. What we're going to do now is we're going to take all these parts, top, edit it. Oops. Properties. MDF. Boom. Right sub end. Properties. Change that bitch to MDF. Boom. Properties. Right click. Properties. Change. MDF. Boom. 3D it. Now look at that. You got yourself a nice fridge cabinet there, don't you? Look at that. That's fancy. That back is sticking up a little bit though. I don't like that at all. So go back in the front. I'm going to shrink that back 3/4 of an inch. Length. That's supposed to be 94. That's what he did. Boom. Perfect. And then make sure that our unfinished left end right here. When you take a normal cabinet and turn it into a fridge cabinet, there's a lot of these weird things that happen. And like I said, this is the only cabinet that you have to do stuff like this on. Anything customized, you have to go in here and just make it all work. So there we go. Now we're sticking it on top, see? So you push it out. I'm doing this intentionally too, to show you that when you make a change somewhere else, it pops it up somewhere else. So unfinished left end, 94. You know it's a 94-inch cabinet. You know you want all your heights to be 94. Usually I do the two adjustments at the same time, but I'm just kind of showing you guys what happens with these cabinets. And 94. Perfect. Okay. There we go. That's a fridge cabinet. Boom. So you look at it in 3D. Beautiful. Oh, and then what we're going to do too is I'm going to show you, if you guys don't put backs on your fridge cabinets, which I know a lot of people don't, go to your plan view, grab that back, just zero it out. And take your top deck, set it 24, 24.25, closes it up, 24.25. And there we go. Perfect. And then when you look at it in 3D, no back. So it just depends on how you build your cabinets. So I'll just leave it like that for now. And right here, we got this bottom section here. So what we're going to do is, I'm actually, because this is so short, I'm going to delete one of these cabinets. Don't need it. Take this guy here, stretch it out to here. Oops, there we go. Close that up. Boom, perfect. And one cool thing when you stretch like this, it just puts everything right in place for you. So if you do a section here, actually delete that right there, and delete that right there. So 28 and 11, 28 and 11. That's what's nice about this program. Just kind of like finds, makes everything symmetrical for you. You don't have to do hardly any math. Unless you're splitting up a cabinet 3 ways somehow, which we might get to today. So what I'm going to do here is, I always go to the section interior, delete the interior parts first, then go to the front, and this is beautiful. So I want 2 drawer boxes right here, right? So horizontal multi-split, 3 drawers. Boom. Because what I did in the back end, these parameters, 4.5, it already assumed I wanted a 4.5 inch drawer front opening up there. And it just split the difference between these two. So it's that easy. Boom, 3 drawers. Now what I have to do, which I'm not going to do, but before I kick up my drawer list, go down here, and my overlays are at 1 inch. They should be 0.75. And remember the beginning of the video when I said I couldn't get into the door parameters because this program is a stupid fucking bitch? This is what I have to do. I have to go here and click here. I've gotten really fast at just going 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, but I'm just going to leave them all at 1 because I don't have time for that shit. Mouths to feed and stuff like, yeah, whatever. Mumbling to myself. Okay, moving on. So then we're going to go over to this wall here. We're going to make ourselves a nice little sink cabinet. So click on the cabinet and elevation. And these guys over here, each cabinet's a little different. Usually these corner cabinets and the bases, you need to leave 3/4 of an inch in between it because the program goes off the base, not the side of the cabinet on these. I think it's a glitch. I would write Cabinet Vision a letter, but they might be mad at me that I have an old program that is not registered with them. So I'm not going to do that because what if they get pissed? Fuck them. So left side, clearance. This is the best way to move a cabinet. So I want to move this over 3/4 from this one. Clearance. Clearance is from the left and right of the adjacent object. Hopefully I use the word adjacent right. I'm a carpenter. Words are hard when you didn't go to college. Okay, so left side, 0.75. Boom, knocks it over 3/4. Beautiful. And then this guy over here, we're going to move you over there. And then I'm going to zoom back a little bit. It's 170. We're going to pretend there's a sink right in the middle of this room. So let's go 170 divided by 2. We're going to put it 85 inches. So I'm going to grab this guy, drag him out. And what I want to do, I'm going to delete this end cabinet. We don't need that guy. Is I want to show you guys how to set this up with a farmhouse sink. So one of the more complicated sinks, right? So I'm going to delete this wall here. I'm going to get rid of all the interior parts. They just get in the way. I'm going to go back to the section face, and this is what's kind of cool. So this rail right here, I want to delete this because it's a farmhouse sink, right? Let's turn this into a, oh, you know what? Let's go back real quick. Yeah, this is going to be, okay, one thing I got to show you real quick is this rail is 3/4, right? It needs to be 13/16 because we have 1 5/8 overlays. So the left side of this cabinet and the right side of this cabinet are going to be 13/16. This cabinet is royally fucked up. All the corner cabinets are. You get the point. So 13/16 is right, okay? That'll give you the right reveal. Actually, because it butts into a corner cabinet. Right, I'm wrong. That's 1.5 because 45 is not a lazy, see? I even second guessed myself. So right here, width 37. I'm going to give that 38. That's good sink cabinet size. right? Big one right here, 18. Perfect for a trash can pullout. Look at that shit. So what we're going to do, take this rail right here, and see how it says split top rail? Yeah, we're going to split that. Boom. Boom. Then what you can do is go back here. We're going to do a horizontal split right there. We're going to delete that bitch there because nobody wants that guy. He sucks. He's gone. Turn this into an open. That's where our farmhouse thing's going to go. And we're going to assume that the height on that is not 4.5, but it's usually around 9 3/4. So 9 3/4 right there. Boom. Cool. Click on this. Going to turn this into a double door, pair door. Boom. Right there. And this, I'm going to take the hinge off that because that's going to be a trash can pullout. Bet you didn't know that. So section interior right here. Now we can put our walls together. So we'll do a vertical split there, depending on how you build your boxes. So we do 2 double partitions. Boom. And then, which means I have to adjust the deck sizes afterwards. Some people do singles and have bigger decks. I like both ways. Got no issues. It's just the way we've always done it. We fear change. So it's up to me. We do it this way, but nothing's up to me. It's up to my customer and my boss. Don't tell him that, though. Okay. Moving on. Then we're going to take another horizontal split. We're going to put a deck right here. What's cool about this is a farmhouse sink, right? Let's go to the face. We're going to make this guy 2 inches. Okay. Make this a 9 3/4. Again, should have locked the height on that. Now, if I would have locked the height on this, it would have shot this down when it widened it, not both ways. So, lock height, lock width. These come in handy when you're drawing complex cabinets. They are a lifesaver. So, go back to your section interior. This guy here, now what's cool is I like to keep these about a 1/4 inch down from the lip on a farmhouse, right? Or even set 3/4 sometimes, depending on the layout, right? So I'll take this right here. So this isn't representative because it's in the interior. This is your box parts. Just think frame parts, box parts. So what I can do now is take that and add 3/4 to it, right? So we're going to go 10.5. And then boom. And yes, I do. Right there. Now, your cabinet guy, if you can read plans, he'll jump in here and be able to see that when you print out the layout. If not, fire him right now. Okay, going back. So that basically we just created a sink cabinet, right? But we want to make that dead center like we talked about before. We have 170 divided by 2. We're going 85. So another beautiful thing about this program, instead of using a pen and paper, and you'll never go through an eraser again, by the way, ever, because you won't use one. So we're going to reach over here. Okay, that's fine. We're going to reach over here and go 85, right? So 85. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is just kind of guesstimate where it is at first. Then we're going to do some math here, people. So, because we have 38 wide, right, plus 1.5 inch, what we're going to do, remember 170 divided by 2, 85, okay? We have a 38-inch base cabinet over here, so we're going to subtract that, minus 38, 47. Here, we've got 38 plus 1.5 inches, so we're going to divide this first. It's 19, plus 1.5 inches is 20.5. Now we're going to subtract 20.5 off that, 20.5, and we have 26.5 inches. So now what I'm going to do is come over here. I'm going to move this left clearance, 20.5. I'm actually going to add a 3/4 of that because of the spacing between there. So 20.5 plus 3/4 is 21.25. Boom. Slam it over. Now I'm going to take this guy here, a little cabinet friend over here, pop him in. 21.25. Perfect. 175. Kick it over. And then kick that over to 0. We should be pretty close. Now take the measure tool. Remember, 85-ish. And then go to the center of the doors. We are at 80, which means I fucked up, and this happens a lot. So what we're going to do now, get back, we're going to add 5 inches to the right here, and then we're going to make this 21 1/4. We're going to make it 26.25, and to the right. Close it up. Boom. Measure tool. Come over here. Grab it. Pull it. Look at that. 85 7/16. Fuck that 7/16. No one cares about the 7/16. I don't. You shouldn't. Nobody does. Alright, moving on. Now we're going to do, we're just going to pop, let's just put a drawer bank on the side, right? Objects, single door base, grab it, throw it in here, and then we'll just zero it out over here. Oops, there we go. We're going to drag it all the way over this way. Okay. And come in here, and actually let's do go to the interior, delete this shit, no one wants that shit. And then we're going to do a horizontal split there and there, and it automatically puts your door box in. Everything is good to go. There was peace in the land. Section interior, throw that guy in, throw that guy in. You are good to go. And there you go. So basically, we got a nice little setup here, and these are done already. I'm going to do open cabinets on both sides of this island. Storage, it's an island. Sometimes I'll do something fancy, some drawer boxes over here on this side. For you guys though, no, you don't get that treatment. But for the uppers, I'm going to fix this wall and show you how I lay these guys out. So if you right click a cabinet, you can go to finished ends, hit none, boom, none, taking them off. Over here, same thing, right click from above, finished end, none. Gets rid of them. So now what I'm going to do, this is what's really great about island end panels, right? So we want to do 45s on each side of this island. So what I do is I do 3 inches on each side, 3, okay? Go over to this side, 3, oops, you piece of shit, 3, hey, don't do it. Wait, what are you doing? Seriously, stop it. Okay, well, that's really annoying. Okay, back out. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Boom, boom. There we go. Sometimes it glitches. I love technology. Whoa, what the shit happened here? Let's get rid of all these. If you ever screw up like I just screwed up, the nice thing is you can just delete everything. It's like that. Go back to the face, delete that shit. Don't delete that shit. Whatever you do. Hold on. Hold the horse. Fuck that cabinet. Okay. Let's grab a new one. Sometimes it's just, you gotta restart. 14. Boom. Width 96. Boom. Both. Remember, -1 up here. Boom. Finished ends. Welcome. Click on this again. There we go. 3. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay. Now what I do is go back to our elevation, our plan, whatever. And then I'm going to take a wall here and put it to there. Just like that. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to take another wall here, put it right here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink these walls. I'm going to make these walls roughly about 1/8 of an inch wide. You'll see why. 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, Johnny. 1/8 of an inch, Johnny. Okay. So then what do I do? Is I go in here and I grab this guy. Whoa, hey, don't do that. Plan. So then what I do here is I take a I used to 45 these on the program. I don't do that anymore. I just don't. So what I do now is I take an object, single door base, pop it here, single door base, pop it here, and we go over here, hit the elevation. We're going to make this as wide as the wall is. All right. Okay. And then we're going to add, because it's 43 inch, right? So take it, stretch it to 43. Oh, yes, there is. Hold on. This is weird. Another glitch. -2, right? Now watch. 43. There's workarounds. It's like, I don't want to. And I'm like, fuck you. So now, -0.75. Hangover. Boom. Wait. Whoops. There it is. Yeah. So what I meant to do was make it 42. Alright. -0.75. Boom. There we go. And then I just go to the depth here and go 0.75 because it's just a frame. It's an island frame. There you go. That's it. That is it. Order 2 doors. Maybe not 2 doors. We'll see. I'm going to just delete that in the center there. Boom. Oh. And click panel, door panel. There you go. And you have an island in. It's beautiful. Go back to the elevation real quick. And what I'll do sometimes is just go double click it and then go in this interior section and just clean some of this stuff up that doesn't need to be there. It doesn't matter. There we go. I don't get too far into it. It doesn't matter that much. Okay, so same thing for the other side. Make this guy 42. There we go. -0.75. And then depth 0.75. Double click it. Delete that. Put your 3-inch sides on, or whatever your style is going to be for your 45s. I don't care. It's not my cabinet. Just showing you how to do this. Don't be a dick. Okay. And then we go to section interior. Do it a little different this time. Different order. Yes. Okay. Click that, and then we're going to put a door on there. And we're ready to go. That's it. Boom. Panel. Done. So now you have an island. I can show you. Oh, yeah. So go back to your plan real quick. Click these walls. Zoom in. Click them. Wall number 5. See what's it? 96. We're going to take those down to 35.25. There we go. 35.25. There we go. And then 35.25. Beautiful. Now your 3D image. And we still have that center one because it's being a dick. Height 35.25. There we go. Now your 3D. Boom. Perfect. See? Now we have the makings of a beautiful kitchen. So this is going to be part 1. And part 2, I'm going to take the same kitchen. I'm going to throw uppers on. I'm going to go through and just kind of adjust the doors and drawers for you. And then part 3, we're going to do countertops, trim, and then take you through a list of basically all the reports that we have here. And this is what makes your life easier. And keep in mind too, this is a 44-minute video. And if I wasn't doing this video and I was just going off plans and going balls to the wall, this generally takes me about an hour with everything, and you're designing something by hand. it takes so long compared to this. So it's definitely worth the money, the investment, if you can get your hands on something like this. I know there's I'll throw some links in the bottom of some cheaper cabinet drawing programs. And by my stuttering, nonsensical voice right now, you can tell it's time for me to quit this video and come back when I have slept and I have drank the beers and had the slumbers. So until next time, have fun playing with your wood. Bye-bye.